Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Pirillo, and about an hour ago, word broke that Carrie Fisher had succumbed to uh, the heart attack that she had just before Christmas and has passed away. I'm streaming these thoughts live for a few different reasons. A few years back, I shared my thoughts live on YouTube, I believe, when Steve Jobs passed away, because his passing impacted me in a pretty deep way. Earlier in 2016, we lost Kenny Baker, the gentleman who played R2D2. And we've also lost other supporting actors and actresses from the Star Wars franchise. Carrie Fisher has certainly been known for other things. Her writing, for one, her other roles, for another, her face for mental illness. And I say that not that the two are directly correlated, just that she has been quite public with that and has faced the challenges from her life head on and in a public capacity where most people wouldn't. They would be ashamed or just aren't in the public eye. Of course, I am a huge Star Wars fan, and I didn't have to wait for anybody to let me know what had happened. I saw literally within a minute after the first article had been verified that the family had released a statement suggesting that it happened. And the news hit me pretty hard. I'll tell you, I don't know Carrie, did not know her apart from what I've seen at a distance, much like many people only know me from how they've seen me from a distance. This one hit me a little differently than news of the passing of Kenny Baker. And I don't know why. This morning, as a matter of fact, I finally let Jedi unbox the Princess Leia 6-inch Black Series figure that she got from the Star Wars droids, the Christmas droids who build the toys. She hears about them on the Star Wars Christmas album. She got this Princess Leia action figure for Christmas, amongst others, including Sabine and a Kylo Ren. In fact, after opening Princess Leia from the box, we posed her hanging from a taller Kylo Ren figure, one of the big figs from Jakks Pacific. And it was just strange that this would happen. And then about a half hour before news broke, I had finally booked tickets for seeing Rogue One for a third time before I wind up producing my review for Rogue One, which I have not done. I realize it's been out for a while and everybody else has pushed something out, but I really wanted to take my time with that. So, yes, I do know that Carrie Fisher is no longer with us. I feel that my daughter has a hero who's also known as a princess in entertainment, because so many princesses in entertainment are just that. Rarely are they seen as a hero. And it's one of the reasons why I have really appreciated that Lucasfilm has, under the direction of Disney, possibly, given us more female heroes. Rey, Jin, Ahsoka, Ahsoka, of course, came along before the acquisition. But this is one of the reasons why I wanted Jedi to have a 6-inch figure of Princess Leia. She has others, including a vintage Princess Leia that is a hand me down from. It was basically my Princess Leia action figure that I had when I was a kid. And she may have a couple of them. She's got 6-inch female heroes from the Star Wars galaxy. Sabine, she loves Sabine. She doesn't have Hera. They haven't released Hera yet. Leia, Ahsoka, and Jin, Rey, and I want her to see these characters to know that she could be that. She could see, you know, what these people do and their motivations as characters in the movies or in the Star Wars franchise, and know that she doesn't have to be defined by a title or her name, really. She can be herself, and she can fight for what is right, even if life throws you a curveball. So I think that's probably why the news of Carrie Fisher's passing is hitting me in this way. It's sad. It really is. Because I know that Jedi already recognizes Carrie for being Princess Leia. And I think that's how she's going to be remembered by a lot of us. I can't imagine that being her only legacy. But it's a big one, certainly for us. For me. If only because she was really just about the only female that that I can remember adoring in terms of characters growing up, because it was Star Wars. You know, I never role played Princess Leia, but inevitably, if there was a girl around and we were playing Star Wars, that was more often than not her role, because they didn't have a lot of roles to choose from. You know, could have been Ula, Mon Mothma. There were a few, but it wasn't the same. You know, everyone wants to be Luke Skywalker. Everybody wants to be Han Solo. Everybody would want to be Princess Leia as a leading character. And that's how we grew up. We didn't grow up being able to watch these movies over and over and over again. We had to live in our imagination. Star Wars was in our hearts. So now that I have a daughter and am certainly exposing her to a variety of things. In fact, last night, I'm hoping that I'm going to get her to play around with some portable classic video games that I grew up with, the simple games, very, very casual by today's standards. I'm grateful that I can expose her to more than just one female character that she might want to emulate, that she might want to imagine playing alongside. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that this is something that I can do, and it is certainly going to be somewhat difficult if and when we get to the conversation of talking about the person who portrays Princess Leia and talking about what happened. I don't know how to handle that conversation yet, but to know that how Carrie portrayed Princess Leia throughout Princess Leia's life, or General, all the way to General Leia, that's something that's hooked inside of my childhood. The hooks are in it. Like it's there, and no one can replace Carrie. No one can replace Carrie. It's just not possible. Certainly not for that role, but just her. Period. And everything that everything we knew her to be. So it was this one was hard. And I found it very difficult to talk through the things that I normally talk through with the Locker Gnome Daily Report, TLDR, which I still do for my active patrons. there hasn't been a lot of interesting news or other things happening in this winter holiday season. And minutes before going live with that this morning, we got the news, and that's pretty much what chat was talking about when we were rocking and rolling. So I feel bad, and I would send my condolences to her entire family, and certainly to the entire fandoms that she's been a part of. We may have lost a character, but they lost someone from within their own family. So as devastating as these losses might be for us, there are people who have lost a bit more. Yeah. So that's all I had to say. Just want to get my thoughts out there. I would hope, if it were at all possible, that Carrie would know that I will allow her character of Princess Leia to be a shining light for my daughter, and I thank her for being a part of something that I've loved, and something that even Jedi is loving. She may not know why yet exactly, but she does. She's beginning to love it. Inevitably that's what happens when you're a parent. You love the thing, or as a child of a parent, you love the things possibly that your parent does. That doesn't always happen that way, but right now Jedi doesn't have too many choices. When she does have choices, she can choose. She can decide for herself. Until then, I want to be able to show her that Princess Leia was more than just a princess. She was much more than just a princess. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I didn't really have a particular point or perspective to share that I think is going to be earth-shattering, apart from saying that, yeah, this has not been a great year, and may the force be with you.